to the Connect Work with IKS, Tony Lynch, and Quaalude, America's #1 show.
If you haven't been listening to the new guys, the Connect Work, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, take that. This is the Diddler, and I'm oiled up and listening to the Connect Work.
From the west to the east, it's the D-O-double-G, and I'm rocking with the Connect Work.
If you don't know who I am, then you're stupid. Shout out to the Connect Work, hottest show, period. Yay.
I want to give a big shout out to the Connect Work. These brothers are the new sound of radio.
Now this is real entertainment, gang. Damn it. Y'all better take lessons, and I mean it.
If y'all ain't listening to the Connect Work, then y'all got something wrong with y'all.
Andrew Tate here, and I want to give a super shout out to the Connect Work.
Big shout out to IKS, Quaalude, and Tony Lynch. Together they make up the Connect Work.
And we back with another one, because it's always going to be another one. It's the Connect Work live on 5. That's right. It's the Connect Work, where these connections bring about collaborations, and these real collaborations bring about real connections. I'm one of your hosts on this esteemed show, IKS. I'm going to pass it along to my brothers and let them introduce themselves.
Most definitely. Many blessings, man. Many blessings. And thank you for everyone who is tuning in right now. And if it's your first time tuning in, do me a favor, head on over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified every time that we drop a new episode. And most importantly, this is a live stream. So if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section. Be sure they put them up on the screen and answer them as we go along. Now, as always, you know what I'm saying? I'm Tony Lynch. I'm one of the co-hosts. I'm going to hand it over to my partner and let him introduce himself.
Peace to the people. It is I, Richard of Nottingham. Well, speak up, man. What is it? Nah, it's me, brother. You know? Yeah, shout out to the people, man. You know me and my janitor trails. But yo, through this one right here, brother, we ended up in Indianapolis, brother. The home of the Indy 500. And guess what? Upon these travels, we came across somebody magnificent, man. And it's too many accolades to give, man. Creator of I don't know how many bluegrass and all kinds of events, magazines. It's too much to speak on, but this is what you would call a definition of what happens when ambition, talent, and drive become a dedication. Right. So welcome to the Connect Work, Mr. Highball. I can't pronounce that name
David
like correctly. You know what I'm saying?
You got it right, Highball.
Highball.
So
yeah, you already got.
Yeah, Highball. You already got it right, man. You're ahead of the curve. Some people like hi boo, hi what? You know, it's all good, man. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm very humbled and very blessed and very thankful for you fellas, you know, to be on your show. And I want to thank you so much. And I also you want to just give accolades for what you all are doing as well. It's just fantastic.
Appreciate it.
So I want to well, go ahead, IKS. Go ahead, kick off the conversation, bro.
Oh, well, the only thing I want to ask, because you are in music, if your life had theme music to describe, you know what I'm saying, your whole just journey through life, what would it be and why?
Oh, wow. I've never been asked that question before, you know, but you know, I tell you what, I have to, man, there's like a couple of songs for a couple of reasons, you know. One song, I have to give it to Katrina and the Waves because I'm always happy, always walking around because, you know, I'm walking on sunshine, you know that song?
Yeah,
and don't feel good. Hey! So, you know, that song because I am, you know, I'm high energy. I love it. I'm always, you know, I love to you know, give energy, radiate energy and positive energy, and I love it when people's energy radiate back because I believe we are all just a big ball of energy. And another song that really hyped me up, and I heard it the other day too on the radio on the what is it, Sirius XM. And when I got to my office, I was going down to the office to the hospital I work at. I got in the office, I played it like 5 times. You remember that old Ollie and Jerry joint? There's no stopping us. From Breaking. That one,
Oh,
boy,
Oh, no
that bad boy.
stopping. No stopping. That's the
No
one.
one does
No
it better.
stopping.
That's
Ain't
it.
no stopping.
Yeah, those are songs like that.
That's
They
some
really,
skating ring songs.
yeah,
You ain't
yeah,
lying.
yeah.
That's a cookout song. That's a good cookout song. No stopping. That's when your uncle gonna come out with the Stacey Adams and no socks on.
Don't
But
forget,
no
I'm the uncle that's talking
stopping.
about breakdancing.
No stopping.
He sells
Yeah.
stuff, hopping and locking it.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yo,
locking it,
He
some
doing a
waving.
pharaoh.
You feel
Yo,
me?
bro, that's the song that comes on when you switch from the adult to the child. I mean, from the child to the adults party. That's when that come on, man.
Yeah,
Know what I
get
mean?
that on. It's like, what did Tupac say? All right, parents, go ahead and tuck the kids in. PG time is over.
Yeah, that's where the little table where remember the kids used to eat separately back then.
Yeah,
That's when they little table turned into the spades table. Burn it up.
That's right. And you know,
Yeah.
in my house in the basement, you know, we entertain quite a bit here, my wife and I. And so in the basement down there, we have, you know, all the fun and goodies and all that where the adults can have time. So in the room where the kids' room, our fourth bedroom in the basement, I have that set up for children to go on. They have their own space. There's a Roku TV in there. They can do all that. There's games and everything in there. And when it's nice outside, they can go outside and play frisbee or whatever else they want to do. Play a little, you know, play catch or something, break a window. I don't know, whatever the kids do.
The mat mitten.
You know,
Very true.
Because I grew up in the era where if there's grown folks, you don't be in the same room with grown folks.
Yeah, most definitely.
You don't be in the same room with grown folks growing up. They give you that look. What you doing here? Ain't nobody grown. Ain't no kids in here. What you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you better
Till
go
you
back.
get on somewhere. Yeah, you either get on somewhere or get smacked on somewhere.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The only time they actually bring you out is when they want you to dance.
That's it. They want to show you. Yeah, look, my little baby can dance. Hey, David, come over here and dance for him. Put your jam on.
Wake you up out your
Put that jam on. She's our break.
Yeah.
You know, my mom found out 2 times. After the second time she asked me, she knew not to ask me no more. I wasn't the kid to dance. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna hurt somebody as well as myself. So can't do that, man.
I know that's right.
So man, I got a question, man. You really Highball Records, right?
Yes.
What was the inspiration between for starting it, and you know what I'm saying? What was your vision and mission for it? You know, as you put everything together.
So the parent company is Highball Entertainment LLC, and then Highball Records is one of the entities under there.
Mm-hmm.
And starting the Highball Records, my inspiration, there's a few things here. For one thing, and first and foremost, is that in Indiana, when they're talking about music in Austin, Texas, when they're talking about Philly, when they're talking and shout out to Philly, they talking about music over in New Orleans, whatever. Indianapolis should be in that conversation because I mean Denise Williams is from here, man. All of the Jacksons are from here, man.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Jacksons, man. And then you have Babyface, and then you got John Mellencamp, who's from Indiana. You got you have Axl Rose from Indiana. You know, the front man for Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
and then
Guns N'
even
Roses.
on the rock side, David Lee Roth, the founding member and lead singer of Van Halen, is also from here as well. You know, and but then if you want to go back further than that in the jazz, during the jazz era, you know, the ragtime era and the jazz, you know, Indiana is a big, you know, like Freddie Hubbard and those cats, all from Indiana right here, man. You know, during that ragtime era right here. So the music history is strong here. And so then now the legacy behind the music, like y'all are familiar with October London, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a legacy on his way to legendary from here, from Indiana.
I didn't know he was from there. Yo, bro, he could, man, man.
Yeah, he's from Northern Indiana. I think he's from South Bend and up in that area, you know. And shout out to October London and shout out to Snoop for showing October that love and just, you know, being a piece of putting Indiana on the map where we, you know, rightfully in our place where we should be. But yeah, he's from South Bend, Indiana, and right now he's one of the hottest R&B acts out there around. And so here in Indiana, there's more October Londons. We have more Freddie Hubbards, you know. We have more Axl Roses and all of that right here in Indiana, you know. And so I want to bring Indiana back on the map. But one thing is these artists, these artists are pissed off. They've been pissed off because they've been pissed on too much. Coming through, here, and people want to come and they give them these contracts and they want to take and all that. That could be tiring to a guy. And so my motivation for starting this is like, you know what? I want to give these artists a platform to be able to release their music if they want to release it through us. We have the machine, the one-stop shop. But another thing I do, with those, with the events we do, with the grassroots music seminar and tour that we do, concert series tour that we do once a year, it'd be the 7th annual this year in September. We want to teach the artists the business of music. I want to teach them how to look at their contracts. I want to look at it so they can see red flags in their contracts when somebody's telling them one thing, A, B, C, or D. I want them to be able to look at that stuff, and I want them to be able to come to me and my team to look at that stuff, because I have a couple of attorneys that can look at that stuff too, because I feel it's my job to protect the artist, and I feel it's my job to change the narrative in this business, in this music business, because it's a slimy, greedy, grimy business. And what I bring is integrity, and all genres is all genres, not just rap and hip hop, all genres. So that's my motivation right there. So that was my motivation to put out the Sounds of Indiana's Legacy, the project I released last year. It's got all genres. It's got we've got D-Rock and Bulletproof Soul Band on there with her dominant song. That's a nice jazz laid back track, a little sip, a little wine and that. We got 80s over there. That's Rob Dixon, the mayor Rob Dixon, here in Indianapolis. And then we've got two country joints on there. We got one song called Shots came out, which is Casey Dean. It's kind of like that outlaw country. Yeah, and then we got a nice song by Tay Brunson, which I love. It's called Kitchen Table. He's telling a story about a freaking kitchen table. You know what I'm saying? We eat at this kitchen table. I have a beer at this kitchen table. I sit down. I do work on the kitchen table. We sit down and, talk and all of that. And I just love the way he writes. So that's on there. Then we have this song called It's You by Elena Renee. Shout outs to all of them.
She has a beautiful voice.
Oh, don't she though?
She can sing.
Elena's dope.
She can sing.
That's my money. That's why I need bail money, because her manager, Corey Bethel, who's my sister, Corey Bethel, and she's one of Hyball's business partners, and she's also Elena's manager. Shout out to you, Corey. Shout out to Elena, because she's like, I can't take y'all nowhere, because me and Elena, we get out there, and that's it right there. I said, don't even worry about it. My wife got bail money, and Corey, you got bail money for her. Y'all just come get us, all right?
Sounds like a good time, man.
And then I got 3 hip hop joints in there. I've got 3 hip hop joints in there. I've got Lazzy Fizzle's on there. I've got what's her name? Super Lyric is on there. She's got a song called Who's Bad on there. And then Germany Music, who's dope. Oh boy, she's
I thought that was Jermaine.
No, Germany.
Germany. Yeah.
And her name
I
is
thought
actually Germany.
it was Germani.
Yeah. And a lot of people call her Germani. It's like, no, it's Germany, like the country, but not like the country. It's Germany, but she's got City Lights on there, and, and so that right there, so that project right there, that's all Indiana artists, all Indiana songwriters, Indiana producers, the whole thing, everything born, bred, and fed right here from Indianapolis. And then a percentage of that goes over to Brewster's Place. Shout out to Layman Brewster. So Relentless Layman Brewster, world heavyweight champion boxer, my brother. So he has Brewster's Place. So So he has a gym. Him and Mike Epps, they have a gym together. So what Brewster's Place does, he teaches underprivileged kids life lessons with boxing. Like every jab you throw, that's a life lesson. Every uppercut, that's a life lesson. Every jab you take, every punch you take, that's a life lesson behind that. And he's able to go into these schools also to be able to help these children if they're falling behind in that in class or whatever. He's able to go in these schools and help with that as well. And he's just doing a beautiful work. So if we can give back to the community, because I'm all about community and giving back. So this is why we do this is why I do what I do for these artists. For these, it's not a money grab. It's not a money grab. Of course, money of course is always the byproduct, but it's not a money grab because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than the music. It's bigger than everything, and it's so big because God is the one that put this on me to be able to do this and brought all the people in so we could take care of the vision that He has for what happens next. So He's just ordering our steps, and we just moving and grooving.
There you go. Love that, man. You grew up in the late 60s and early 70s and stuff
Early
like that,
70s,
correct?
yep.
Early
Lafayette,
70s.
Indiana. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong on this, just fact check me but if I understand, wasn't Indiana had the first House of Blues?
That I'm not sure. No, Indiana has the Slippery Noodle downtown.
Okay.
That is the oldest blues bar in the country, but it's not a House of Blues. But that's
okay. House of Blues was New Orleans, correct?
That's here in Indianapolis.
The House of Blues?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea where the first House of Blues was. I know there's one in Chicago. That's all I know.
Chicago. It is one in Chicago.
Yeah,
okay.
Ray Fuller, Ray
makes
Fuller and the
sense.
Blues Rockers, they did a live album there that went all the way to number 8, and I love that album. Shout out to Ray Fuller and the Blues Rockers. Yeah.
Yeah. Bluegrass, man. You know what I'm saying? What made you attracted to bluegrass?
Well, actually, that on the show last night, they were covering the Melody Inn, who's doing a bluegrass festival there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the segments. I'm not directly in with that there, but I do dig some bluegrass a little bit. I listen to a little bit of Steve Martin once in a while. A lot of people don't know that Steve Martin, cuts that banjo, boy. He's been known to break a string or through playing that bluegrass, man. And then DJ Manny Faces, who was the state manager for the Fleet DJs, the owner and curator of the Strong Side Radio, and then the co-founder of the Strong Side Syndicate. He's from Kentucky. He knows all about that bluegrass, all of that. He knows that.
He said the blue trash. They ain't gonna like that. They ain't gonna like that. Oh, that's a new slang right there. You never heard that before. You be listening to that blue trash? Yeah. Ooh, they ain't gonna let you go on that. Like, hold up, man. Now hold up. Now you already know. Now you already know that we got a uniform. You know what I'm saying? And we don't let your black ass up in here. And you gonna call it the
bluegrass? I mean, I dig
the blue trash event.
I mean, I dig it. It's bluegrass. I love it. I love what they're doing over there, because the thing is, the bluegrass is one of those genres that people really don't.
It's peaceful.
Don't really get into. Just like and the ones that are underrated that need more love also is blues and jazz and bluegrass. Mm-hmm. Those three right there are three very strong genres, because bluegrass, bluegrass, they was playing that back in the day before they was doing country and western and all that. But we all know who's responsible for the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, isn't that just
where that all comes from?
Bluegrass slowed down. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
From what I always understood. Right now, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I let the guys that do music, inform me of what's going on.
Sometimes could it be like an age thing? Like, that type of music is attached to, the older generation. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it needs to be refurbished. That's just for a minute earlier before the show when we were playing old school reggae.
Yeah.
Like there's no new old school reggae. Like that vibe is just gone. You know what I mean? It's a few select individuals, but so I agree with you.
Yeah.
They still hold on to the roots and stuff.
Like I mentioned earlier with the old reggae, Third World, man. Those guys are cold, man. Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. And that song, Now That We Found Love, a lot of people only know Heavy D. 1, 2, tell me what you got. But then the OJs also did a cover of Now That We Found Love, which was of course originally by the Third World. So that song's been reggae, hip hop, and R&B. So that's.
But hold on though. People forget that Heavy D was Jamaican though.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavy D was Jamaican from the door.
Yeah, he sure was. And so that song transcends not only across genres, but it also transcends through. It's timeless through decades.
Yeah.
You know, and songs like that from those old songs we were talking about that they're not making it. Those songs are timeless, man.
All right. So watch this. Due to you being rocking with Heavy D, do you remember Heavy D reggae song?
I do not.
Nah,
I do, but I don't. I do, but
and I love this. That's how I know I was weird. But anyhow, yo, and this shout out to the Smurf lunchbox. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it used to be this joint. Now, shout out to the fake reggae voices. You know what I'm saying? But here you go. I'm gonna try it right quick, man. It said, "I'm in the mood for love, I'm in the mood."
Oh, I remember that.
He said, Mississippi, tell me the truth about love. Is it true what they say about love?
Yeah.
They'd say love is a splendid thing.
Yeah.
Yo, it was crazy. He said, yo, they say love is a splendid thing. More precious than a diamond ring.
Yeah. I heard that since Moby Dick was a tadpole. I remember
Yo,
that.
that's me. That was me, the little kid. I said, shout out to Smurf Lunchbox. Yeah, that went with it.
Yeah.
Smurf. I had the He-Man.
Because then they have the girls in there, the wickedest man.
Yeah, nobody knew he was Jamaican.
Yeah. No, that was Queen Latifah right there that I just said. Never mind.
So Uncle Beast has to have a question for you. He wants to know if you know Lucky from 24/7 magazine.
I do not.
Shout out Lucky from
shout out
24/7 magazine.
Yeah, shout out 24/7 magazine, man. You know,
let's get some shout outs in here real quick, Tony, for the people that pulled up.
Yeah, most definitely.
Got Queen Angel.
Yeah, we got Queen Angel.
My team.
We got Duck.
Yeah,
we got Hood Hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? We got Mr.
Sims. That's my
Matthew Sims.
You got Duck up in here. It's Chicago.
We deep,
Boy.
I told you the team is on. Matthew Sims, he's one of the partners in Highball Records. Queen, she's a partner in Highball Records. DJ Manny Faces is a partner in Highball. Look, our team is deep right
man,
now.
And guess what? So many people got love for you. I got a surprise for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I got a surprise
Lucky
for you.
Smith. Yeah. So we got something for you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever, now it's up to the bro. I don't even want to say the name, man. But whenever you ready, you know, DJ rocks a lot. Want to pop on in, brother? You're more than welcome, man. But we got a surprise for you.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, how do you surprise somebody like you? But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, Zen Highball, he says what's happening, big bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think your brother's in the audience as well. Big shout out. Thank you for pulling up.
I never seen that name before. That's ill.
Love you to life, Zen. I love you to life.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Is he one of them? When you said Steeples, you said Zen. Is he one of them?
He's more like, let's go.
All right. So it's the opposite. I thought he was one of them. I thought he was one of them. As soon as you come in the crib, it's like, look, be quiet.
No, he ain't one of them. He ain't one of them. Mama say, mama say, mama
No.
Can I have the knife?
So man, let me ask you a question. Right?
Yes, sir.
Because entrepreneurship is one of those things that when people embark on, I don't think they really understand how much work has to go into it. And being someone who has established yourself in the industry, going through and learning the business aspect of it, what is the one thing that separates you from all the other entrepreneurs in the music industry?
One thing what separates me is the care and the love and the respect that I have for the artist and what they do, and to not come to the artist to want something. I don't, to want something from the artist. That's gonna put them behind. What separates that from me, the artist, when my platform is my record label is and I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna land this plane, but my record label is not one where I'm signing artists. Though I do have an artist, King Kemet. Shout out to King Kemet and Chess Moves. Make their next move your best move, chess moves. But I did sign him.
And shout out to the Rakim, because you got him on that project too. The legend, hip hop legend himself, Rakim, brother.
Oh yeah, Rakim. We got it. Yeah. So I do projects. We put projects together. So like the the time is now. The track Germany Music featuring Hustle James and Rakim. You know, not only has Rakim got a verse, have a verse on there, but he also produced the track. And that's the first track that independent artist has been on. That's the main artist on there. That with Rakim having a verse on there, but the track also produced by Rakim, the God himself. Shout out to Rakim, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. M80 that makes it all possible.
I never knew Rakim made beats. That's crazy.
Rakim is dope, man. I got some beats over here that you'd be like, what?
Yo, one song I always wanted to remix of his, man, but it was a vibe, man, and it was doing it with the R.
Doing it with the R, yeah.
Yeah, I never heard nobody remix that. That beat is hard, man.
That would be dope. But what we're doing, like with these artists, if you come to us, let us release your music. I just take a small percentage of it. I take about 15% of it across the board. I'll take a little more on the distribution because I have a distribution partner, Maverick Global Distribution. Shout out to Chill Will, Hype Magazine, Dr. Jamila Will.
Oh, he said Chill Will. You talking about the real Chill Will from back in the days?
Yeah,
Chill Will from the East Side.
Chill Will, and he's in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Wisconsin now. Mr. Come Clean, the Come Clean Conference, Maverick Global Distribution.
All right, so let me ask you this, man. You got any $75 contracts I can give out real quick? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. If you do, I'll give you. If you do, I'll double it and let's go.
Okay, all right. So watch this here. That's how it's going. Watch this. I just opened up a brand new company live on the air, and it's called Come and Get It. Come and Get It Records. You know what I'm saying? And I just started with. I said $75, bro. Mm-hmm. You going with $150?
He doubled it.
Come and get it. Come and get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but we're able to provide all these services. We can give them EPKs. We're a one-stop shop. You know, some of our partners is the Hype Magazine, Dr. Jamila Wilkerson. I'm sure you all are familiar with that. She's one of our partners. Like I said, Maverick Global Distribution is one of our partners. Then we have 2 radio stations we're partnered with, Stop Beefing Radio. Shout out to Matt Sims, Money Matt on there. And then the Strong Side Radio. Big shout out to DJ Manny Faces. You know, big
shout out Manny Faces.
But you know, we're and then Biggs Radio. I also do a lot of stuff with Biggs Radio. Shout out to Biggs Radio. Big shout out to Boss Lady Donna Lynn, Big Cuz Biggs Radio. But we're able to also break these records for these artists here. We're able to help them if they need to get their bios. We're able to help them with their EPKs. We're able to. It's a one-stop shop. We're able to market them. We are able to get them press releases and whatnot if they need it. So whatever they need is right here. They don't have to worry about going anywhere else but here. And we just want to see them to succeed, and we just want to help them succeed. You know, we want them to be able to go to the next level, but they have to want to do it themselves.
Yeah, major question for you.
So that separates me from them because coming on board doesn't mean I'm getting all your stuff. They still do what they do, and they still own all their stuff. They're just paying the fee for us to do what we have to do. They're paying for our time.
Let me ask you a question, man. We both happen to you know them differently. You know what I mean? I used to change this rich dude garbage cans, you know, some years ago. You know, and you happen to know the dude that I used to clean his bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, right? Watch this. I don't want to say his name, you know what I'm saying? But you could, you know what I mean? I ain't want to, you know, jerk no chains or, you know, tease nobody. But
you say I know him?
Yeah, you definitely know him. That's the individual that connected me to you. So, you know, anyhow, I always said, listen here, when I wanted to get, again, I used to just clean this dude garbage cans, you know what I'm saying? Clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, one day,
Andy.
One day, you know, I say, you know, I want a Corona. I go in the refrigerator and there's alcohol from around the world in there. Around the world. Yes. I said, I gotta go downstairs and get me a Corona. I gotta go. So anyhow, brother, let me put this so it's y'all two up there, man. Shout out to Andy Van Det. Thank you for pulling up, man. And
the legend,
you know, David Highball, man. The two of y'all, like, come on, brother. So
the legend. Yeah,
Come on.
man. What's up, Andy? Nice to see you, brother.
Hey guys, am I in
Hey,
there?
What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
you in here,
I can see
Andy.
All right,
everything.
all right.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Oh, we're fantastic.
Quite
man.
all
Nice
right.
to see you, man.
Yep.
So the way,
Yeah.
Doing
we
well.
got connected is through Mark and Eric Johnson. Mark Johnson is my mentor here, Grammy nominated producers here in Indianapolis. So when I had the 6th annual Grassroots Music Seminar and Concert Tour last year, I brought Andy out to be on the panel because people's music needs to sound right, and he's the man. I mean Rush. I mean he's a legend. Rush. David Bowie, right? David Bowie. Wait a minute. The Beastie Boys. You did the entire project, License to Ill, correct?
No, I did not do License to Ill.
Which one? What did you do with the Beastie Boys?
I first got involved with Beastie Boys on Paul's Boutique.
Oh,
I was just a kid, and it's way before we even had digital audio workstations.
Oh, okay.
Digital editing had to be done on a Sony digital editor, a $150,000 unit, all tape based. One of the toughest gigs I ever did. Toughest part was getting all 6 producers in the room at the same time because they all wanted to hit on our receptionist.
Yeah.
So Mario C was like my link to sanity. And so he would be sitting there with me, and he'd come up to a point, and he'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute, Adam had a question about this," and so he'd run out and he'd get each of them. But with the 3 members of the band being producers and the Dust Brothers being producers, actually Yalk was sick for that session, so he actually wasn't there. Yalk was later on during shit, I should know it. Their Grammy award-winning album from 1999, Hello Nasty. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
He was kind of my guy. He was the guy that was who I'm sure went to the band and said, Andy did so much on this record, we should really give him credit. Because, I only came on, just like with Paul's Boutique, I was came on just to cut the record together. And, they'd be hanging and laughing in my room. And they'd hear something and they'd be like, wait a minute, why don't we like this? And, I'd be like, well, because it's got less bottom than all the other tracks. And they'd be, you fix that? And I'd say, hell yeah. And, on the computer. And, by the time all was said and done, I had remastered, tweaked, or relayered half the record. And they were kind enough to put my name on the record. And it blew up, Intergalactic.
Intergalactic.
Yeah. At the last minute,
Love that song.
They couldn't get sample clearance for one of the samples that they had used. So they had to remix it in a hurry. And I mastered it and stuck it in there right before it went out the door.
Nice. Nice. Look at that. Legends, man. Yeah. And so those of you don't know, that's watching. So I brought Andy out. Then Andy introduced Quaalude and I via text, the phone call, and then here we are. So we're ready to work, man. Andy, my God.
And I am today a frigid day in New York City. Oh my God, I am really jonesing for the warm winds I was feeling when I was out in Indiana.
Yeah.
And, going to see Dude and hanging out with the Johnson brothers. That was awesome. Thank you.
Wait,
so
what about
much.
that hotel, the event they had at that hotel?
Oh, we don't have to talk about that.
Dude, huh?
Dude. Yes, sir. Yes, you do. Yeah, what? Yes, you do.
Dude, so I booked the hotel. I'm not going to say the name of the hotel. I booked it months in advance for the Grassroots Music Seminar. They showed me rooms by the pool, and the rooms were nice. Then, like a few weeks before, they said they had a lifestyle party there. So they had to put us way up in some old shitty ass fucked up rooms and everything, we all up in there. And they had all the thing going out, man. They had a fucking sex party in there, man. They had everything popped out, man. There was people doing stuff.
Diddy was there? Was Diddy there?
Bro, Andy, tell him, man, am I lying, Andy? They're out there in the courtyard, fucking and sucking and finger popping, man. And I'm sorry
That's
about
wild.
that. That's what they was doing. Am I right, Dan? Am I right?
Ain't nothing like a titty party.
But
Party.
I mean, what really pissed me off though is that Saturday we had our event. It was another part of the hotel, but then there was a 16-year-old little girl having a quinceañera in that hotel, the same hotel where they're having these dang freaks over here, you know, doing whatever the heck they want, walking around with butt plugs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah. And then I'm like, bro,
David spent a little more time there than I did.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, right, Andy? And then when I was checking out, I don't think I told you this, Andy. So I was checking out and paying for the rooms and that. So everybody, they was taking things. They had their little things like people use the little trigger things to pick stuff up. They picking up condoms and shit, you know. As I'm walking through, and I go out there to the lobby. Somebody's pulled something. Boom, suitcase falls over, dildos and all kind of stuff. Right in the freaking lobby when I'm trying to check out. It's like, no, we're not doing nothing there anymore. I can't out with that. Yeah, and they got another one of those events coming up the 14th of March that weekend. I saw the thing on there when I was checking out, and I know I want to stay far away from there. But I mean, I tell you, Andy, you're such a good sport, and everybody that I had come in, we had Jamila Wright come in there. Shout out to Jamila Wright. We had, of course, Chilla, who's the founder of the Grassroots Music concert series and tour. So I mean, it was still a great event. We still had a great turnout and everything. We had the tastemakers in the building and everything. Andy, what's up? What do you got, man?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to make it. It was well worth hobbling through LaGuardia in both directions without. At the time, I had still had my old hips. Now I have two new hips.
Oh,
so
okay.
I am ready to hop on a plane and come back and see it.
Yeah, might as well.
So
I may have you come back.
hips.
I may have you come back to September for the one in September the 12th.
Great.
Yeah, because we're doing it September the 12th this year, and this year we're going back. We're going back to the old school. We're going back to Union Square, man. We're going over to doing it at the Shriners in the Tunisian room at the Marat Shriners Temple. Since I'm a Shriner, you know, I'm able to get that space. And the only reason why I didn't do it there last year is because there was another event there.
So I guess I'll have to take an Uber over to the sex party.
No, I don't know if they're gonna have a sex party or not.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because we're gonna do something different.
You might get right quick.
We're gonna do something different because that was a separate section right there. You know, we didn't get invited. Shout out Dave. We didn't get invited to the event, but he invited us to the sex party. So anyhow, Andy, we set up a transportation situation where we're all going to the sex party on bicycles.
I don't know.
We're going on bicycles. You get me? I'm talking about bicycles, pedal bikes. So, you know, you got to have your body physically prepared for what we're about to do. And the only thing is,
I think I might be outgunned. Maybe hanging with you guys. Anyway.
No. You don't need no gun because guess what? See, I'm not that person any longer, Andy. And guess what? David didn't tell you about the roller skating party that's set up too with the glow in the dark wheels. You know what I mean? See, that's in the back of the sex party. The only question, you know, is that right there is a dress code. You just got to wear drawers, roller skates and drawers.
There's only a funky town. Won't you take me to funky
town? Take me to funky town. It's nothing but disco music playing in the old school sex party.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
know what I mean?
Andy, you know what? We're expanding now. We're in the process of setting up a merch company here now too. Did I just let that cat out of the bag? Yeah, we're in the process of setting up the merch company where we can wholesale merch. You know, shirts, everything. You know, widgets, gadgets, and tchotchkes. You know, and everything. So that should be up and running within the next 5 months.
You eat gizzards? You had just mentioned that slightly.
So I've got a partnership with a print shop over in Ohio. So we're just working on getting all the logistics and everything together for that. So we'll be able to do that. Shout out to Keisha Cash, by the way. I see you down there, girl. Keisha Cash she's out of Chicago.
Oh, that's one of your artists too, ain't it?
She's dope.
Yeah, we heard her music.
Out of Chicago. Shout out to Rico as well.
Yep. Shout out Rico. Yes, we definitely heard your material, man.
Andy, we talked on the phone the other day. You're moving shop to a home studio.
Who, me?
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah.
the other day we were texting you, or we talked. You were moving to home studio. You get it
Yeah,
all done?
you know, I got this. Maybe you have noticed the my tissue stand over here.
Yeah.
You see how he snatched that tissue out? That's old school classic.
That's all.
That is not cheap.
That's like most of the analog gear that I pulled out of Engine Room, where I've been the last 14 years.
Shout out Engine Room. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, they were really good to me, but you know, no one's coming to the sessions.
And shout out Master Disc, man. Remember Master Disc? That's where I met you.
We don't need to shout out Master Disc, man.
Oh, they no good.
No, we're not. We're not
He said we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that.
Anybody that's on here that needs their music mastered, Andy Vandette, that's your guy. What is it, Andy Vandette at what's your email? Andy Vandette at Gmail.
Andy at AndyVandette.com.
Yeah, Andy at AndyVandette.com. That's it.
Yep.
Yep. So
I will tell you this, man.
We're going to be
that other studio, you know, it's kind of like me giving Quaalude's ex-girlfriend a shout out. Sorry. So we don't need to do that.
Yo, well, guess what? Guess what? Yo, well, no. Well, you can still give that out, but you just got to put. It's three little words that go after that.
I was telling them how we. So now with Highball Records, I was telling them how. So now we have our full team going on. So Money Matt, our music manager, who's now one of the owners, and then of course Jameson Woodley, now who's also one of our owners, our strategic planner and analyst. We have him, and then my daughter Queen Aid, who is also an owner. She's our events coordinator and whatnot. So we're very excited to have them on here because they've been giving so much of themselves. And also DJ Manny Faces, who is the owner and founder of the Strong Side Syndicate. So the Strong Side Syndicate, we have access to over 30 DJs worldwide. And tastemakers worldwide, so they're all on notice for everything and anything, y'all. They're great. They're hard working. They work. Every of them, all of them are the best of the best in what they do, man. And it's so we're excited about that, and just shout out to everybody, for that. And so yeah, and then I don't know, Andy, did you get a chance to hear The Prize? The song that we released, The Prize, DJ Manny Faces, and of course Mr. Highball featuring Mr. Ward 317, Jovi Black, Illy Octane, Merc, may he rest in peace, and who am I missing? Illy Octane, Jovi Black, Merc, Illy Octane. Yeah, it might be it. But it's a great song. So The Prize is an anthem. So if you think of it, it's people think of anthem, you think sports, right? You think sports.
I think MOP.
This song right here is more than just an anthem for sports. It's an anthem for life. Those wins in life that we may get, maybe somebody got a promotion to the job, you celebrate. Now you have a great podcast, and so you celebrate the great podcast you have. These are wins, personal wins that we have. It's not all about sports, but this anthem right now is playing all over the world, Switzerland, Berlin, Japan, Andy. It's just everywhere, brother. And we're really excited. So Highball is global now.
Let's go. I got a question. Well, I got a double-sided question. I got a double-sided question.
Play it, but it's just really enjoy it. And we've got nice things coming up ahead too. Yes.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Our website is highballentertainment.com, HYBALL entertainment.com. If you go there, because I saw some people wanting to know where to submit music. If you go there and you can go to the email info@highballentertainment.com, and also you can fill out your information there and send us a message if you want for us to reach out to you, and someone from the team will be able to reach out and contact you, because we would love to work with you. Any of it. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what genre you have. Let's just come on. If you want to put in the work, we'll work. We'll put in the work too.
All right. I got a question for you. I don't think Dave can hear me.
So IKS, Tony Lynch. Tony, where are you at?
Yeah. I'm in Colorado. I don't Quay is can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Let me turn up.
Yeah.
Try jumping.
Dave had to hop out and hop back in.
Tony.
Yeah, tell him he has to hop out and hop back in. Andy, can you hear me? All right. I think David can hear you. So tell David to jump out and jump back in real quick.
David, can you hear me?
I can't hear you, brother. Let me see what's going on here.
Oh man, somebody's.
Let me see here. I think the mics are out. I can't hear you.
I can text him.
Yeah, text him and tell him to jump out and jump back in.
The mics are muted.
That's that D&D. Once you know
the
what?
mics are muted.
No, his is muted.
Yeah, you gotta go out and come back in.
I'm working on it.
Oh, that was the good hand language, IKS. He said.
You saw that. You go out and come back in. You got to go out and then come back in. that's Negro sign language. yeah, you throw that line out and reel it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, got two heavy hitters on this mug, man.
He's
Andy, man, it's a pleasure to meet you again, Andy. To be honest with you.
Oh,
you know
right.
I remember last time.
There he is.
Who's back?
All right.
Yeah. Tony, where are you located, brother?
I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Oh, okay, Colorado. You ever heard of Hustle James?
I think in passing, probably in one of the meetings I've been in.
He's from New Orleans originally, but he's in Colorado. He's out of Denver now. He has his own tea, Vocal Leaf, and the dude is dope. If you ever get a chance to check out Hustle James, and James is spelled with a Z at the end of it, you definitely check him out. Especially he's in your area. Yeah, he's dope. I love him. He's on that.
Let's bring him on the show
with Rakim.
Yeah.
So definitely check him out.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
And then IKS, you're in Cali, right?
Yep.
And then Q is in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Yeah, PA.
I'm in Amish country, PA. This ain't just a regular PA.
Right,
this Amish country.
Yes. So, Andy, so what do you got? So, Andy, so now you're gonna be you're not working for or with anybody now. You're solo dolo, right?
Yeah, he can't hear me.
I've been solo since 2014.
How come I can't hear Andy now?
I don't know.
See, you got to hop out and hop back in.
I can't hear Andy.
I think you did once.
Yeah. No, you.
Me?
No, not Andy. Andy's good.
Wow.
Andy good. Same way they can't hear me. There's something with his
There's
system.
something going on.
I can hear everybody. I can hear David.
Yeah, I hear everybody too.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is David.
All right. Is this mic muted?
No.
Okay. No. I don't know. Can you sign?
I did. You got power out.
So, David, you can still hear me, correct?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think you can hear Andy.
Yeah.
Can you hear Quay?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Quay.
Oh, you
can
can
hear IKS?
Quay, say something.
Hello.
No, I can't hear Quay.
Can't hear you. All right. So what you want to do, you want to jump back out and jump back in. Hopefully it'll reset, get your mic where it needs to be to where it'll broadcast.
Okay, let me do it again. Hold on. Let me jump out.
Gotta get engineer.
Yeah.
Gotta get this engineer.
Yo, in between time, for the record, man, thank you again for pulling up with us, Andy. And I remember when we had you on the music review show, people forget that this guy is a mastering saint. So when we play like regular music, I remember you saying to me, you shouldn't have had me come in on my professional mode, come in on just being, cool Andy, and I'll give you a different readout on the music. With that being said, we still have so many artists that have never stopped dreaming, and I remember the last time we had you on the show, you even offered people, I believe you had said like $150 or something like that.
No,
you want to get your track mastered. Yeah, I know it was cheaper, but I'm going to say at the max.
It was like $75, bro.
$80, $100, something like that. Either way, it was way under what we used to pay per hour to deal with this dude.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
New York City is expensive,
man. So when you paying a guy per hour, and Andy gave out flat rates to everybody here. So again, I'm going to tell y'all, this is the Connect work, man. If y'all want to reach out to Andy Van Det, you can look him up on andyvandet.com. And the same with Mr. David Highball. You can go to Hyball Entertainment. All of these services are real. This is not a sham. This isn't a funny style, nothing. You don't have to contact the Connect work in order to deal with them. I mean, we would appreciate if you say, it's.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
It's my
Yeah,
favorite.
we
band.
definitely appreciate, I don't know if there's maybe a discount involved with you guys because they already gave a discount, but if you call and say, the Connect Work sent you, these people these are the type of people, like for instance, what I had said with Andy. I remember when we used to drop records, right? And you go in all these studios, do whatever you got to do to get this music correct. And then you go and shop it to the labels. And they used to tell us we don't accept non-solicited material. And that's how I learned what it was that was the industry's way of saying we deal with people that we deal with. Period. Whether it's licensed, whatever else. And Andy's in that loop of individuals. So like Andy has said, I had shout out to OG Uncle Beats. He said a statement to us a while back, IKS, and he said, if people trying to make some moves in life and I'm your friend, use the access I have. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Make a long story short, and not only will I master your joints, but to the people that understand the game, once Andy masters your joint, your material is now solicited, believe it or not.
That's right.
It's no longer non-solicited. So believe it or not, and I'm just going to get raw real quick. Even if your music is trash, even if you are garbage as an artist, if it's recorded properly and it becomes product, I told people music and math are the universal languages of the planet Earth. So if your music is recorded properly, it is now material. And guess what? When you put that product out, it's business. And guess what? Ears open when they say, hold on, I work with Andy Van Dyke. I work with David Highball. Automatically, the business ears are opening.
Right.
Not the I like your music, I don't like it. Maybe I'm okay. Will I be a soup? All that's out the window when you handle business with the greats.
Now,
so again,
I don't need to contest anything. I don't think working with me makes things unsolicited, but I think people, after working in the industry 40 years, I got my name on a lot of records. I know a lot of people. And so I think, it puts you into a category. A&R people are just, inundated by shit. And 99.9% of it is shit recorded by some kid on a laptop. And it's not worth them checking out. But just the fact that you have worked with a professional and a professional has gone through it and, hopefully raise it to a standard where it is playable on the radio. It is playable on, on iTunes. It is ready to Spotify, all the streaming platforms. Hopefully, it's like, well, at least this person had the good common sense to record it, mix it, and master it with professionals. Therefore, at least it puts it up into the 90%, and hopefully the person who sent it to has done business with me and will say, well, I don't know this person, but they did work with Andy, and I know Andy's good people, and I know that these days I have my name on enough really crappy sounding records, and the whole music industry has changed, so that if I get something that's just like, oh my God, I don't really want my name on this. Chances are, and I will say,
you're exactly right.
Looking for the simple wisdom. A lot of times there's like one or two things that makes a mix unlistenable. Is the snare brighter than the vocal? Is the vocal brighter than the snare? Now there's something I can't fix that. That's a mix thing. And the way that everybody is recording and mixing themselves, if I could find out that it's on the DJ's hard drive, it's on the guitarist's hard drive, and it's going to be as simple as opening the session, making a couple simple tweaks, and now we've got something that's actually listenable, and I'm down with that. I am so old. I'm a little bit scared to tell A&R people like what I like and what I listen to, or a new artist, because I am not exactly in the demographic that they are looking to sell music to.
Right.
So the fact that everything that I would sign sounds like a cross between King's X and Porcupine Tree. Those are not what you sell artists, but they're like musician bands
Right.
And it does speak to a certain crowd out there, but that crowd, a lot of them, they live in mom's basement. So what are you gonna, you want to market to the kids, you want to market to the masses, people, record companies especially are out there to make money. Now the whole prog world, I love going to Prog Fest every year, and those small prog bands are a fairly large portion of my clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love them, and I want all my clients' music to sound as good as it possibly can be on the most systems that are out there, whether you're listening in your car, in a club, or on a stereo.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got a question for you, Andy, as well as David.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to all of these things that you guys got going on, and truly amazing things. And what I'm saying, I've got my hands on all kinds of things as well. But I think that's being an entrepreneur. You have to have your hands in multiple areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order to make the system work, right? It's like putting sprockets where it needs to be. So my question would be, when as an entrepreneur, do you think there is a limit to where you have to stop exploring your opportunities?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because if you put a limitation on the opportunities you explore, then you're putting a limitation on what on any possibility that you could achieve. That's like you can't limit that. Because because by doing that, you're also limiting your education. You're like, okay, now you know what? I'm not going to deal with that. I don't even want to learn about it. If you're, I don't care who you are. If you're the top at the top of the echelon in your field, where there's music, anything you do, the minute that you stop becoming a student is the minute that you're going to start to diminish your company, and everything's going to start to diminish. You have to constantly be a student and be willing to learn and learn and learn every day along the process. And that includes exploring other opportunities. Because if you don't look into the opportunity, you can sit back and say, what if? But if you look into the opportunity and it's not for you, that's okay. That's okay. At least you looked into it and you're not limiting yourself. But what if you looked into it and it turned out to be a unicorn, a diamond in the rough?
Most definitely.
Yo, I got a question. I got a double-sided question for the both of y'all.
That's just my take on it. What do you think, Andy? Yeah.
I think my field, what I do is just such a small little niche in the audio industry. Limitless.
I can't hear him again.
I don't know if I can use the word limitless, because generally people are going to send me a stereo file, and sometimes that stereo file has its limitations. Like I say, if you have totally screwed up that definition between the kick and the bass instrument, I do not have the ability to get in there and change it. I can do a lot of things. I can make subtle changes, but it actually lowering the volume of the bass instrument so that the kick pounds harder, I don't really have that. So that's where I'm interacting with my client to get them to fix it. But I also, like David was saying, you always have to be a student, because there's always something new coming out.
Yeah.
You can't possibly know everything that's coming out, and so a lot of times I will, American mastering engineers, we are programmed to kill. We are programmed to make sure every kick drum hits. We are programmed to make sure everything's in your face constantly. And sometimes in my quest to dominate everything, some little nuance can get out. And so I have to listen to my clients say, this little thing that was going on that now, because the bass is pumping so loud, you have obscured it, or they send me a track. This is kind of what we were going for, and it's something totally different. There was an artist years ago that I had a client attend a session with, John Spencer of John Spencer's Blues Explosion, who was a thing for a minute, and I bet you he's still around making music. I just haven't worked with him a while. But he was the first producer, when I was working in the studio and I had 2 different compressors. And he turned to me and he said, "But Andy, why wouldn't you use them both at the same time?" And really, until then, I was using one or the other. And that really seemed to do it. But he's really got a loud, aggressive style. And I popped them both in, and it worked. It was great. So just by listening to clients, I have learned a new lesson.
All right, I got 2 questions real quick. One is funny, and the other one is serious. Now, for the both of y'all, have y'all ever been in a nice, packed, good session and fought it?
The whole damn studio.
Good one. Nah.
One of them real good ones where you can taste it almost.
So you did?
I just did one right now too. Hey, my daughter Queen, is she on here? She'll tell you, boy.
He said one of the good ones you could taste. Oh man.
Like, damn, that's a banana fart right there.
Andy ain't say nothing.
I am sure it has happened, but if it was one of those that I knew was coming, I would step outside. I
wouldn't say nothing. No, I just sit there and be like, damn, who did that?
Wild. He said I wouldn't say nothing. Just
blame the drummer.
See, I'm one of those ones. I'm one of those. Like in that kind of situation, I would definitely do the blame face.
The drummer.
If it was unavoidable and it just, I would definitely. You look at everybody else but you. Just. All right. So the second part of this, right? About dreams. Did either of y'all dream as children of this world here? And in the process of not even in the process, did you dream? And obviously it came to life, but part 2 of how do you feel about living your dream? You get me? How does it feel to be the kid at the end dreaming, and then now you're grown and like, I am my dream?
Yeah. But before I answer, I saw someone ask a question that they have 4 John Spencer Blues Explosion albums.
Yes.
And you know what? I don't remember the names of them, but I remember clearly one had a like bright silver, almost chrome cover. One had a bright orange cover, and one had a like a baby blue cover. And I'm sure it's like right over there in my vinyl collection on the other side of the room. And if I had alphabetized them, I would go over and I would grab them. But I can't do that. Now, as far as living the dream, I guess when you're in it every day, and I am not the guy that I get contacted by people and I say, well, let me hear your mixes and I will let you know if I will work with you. Generally, it's like, hey, is your money green? Because if your money's green, I got lots of studio time to fill. Send it on over. I am sure that I can make it sound better than it did before. I am sure that I can make it more industry standard, or I can tell you what you need to do to get it there. So, a lot of times when you're in it, you don't. This is living the dream. I don't know. You're kind of unaware, and sometimes I hear stuff, and I go, wow, this is cool. Okay, great. Well, I can still pump it up, even if I don't quite understand what it's all about. I can remember some metal acts in the
Yo, tell me the timing wasn't crazy. He said metal acts like he just had a miniature. You seen that? Yo, if you see my videos, I got a little miniature me. Yo, I got a little 1 foot character me, Andy. My character just came out. When you said that, your little Andy 3-inch character came out like this. As soon as you said, yo, I got a little, he just jumped up there. Oh, get back in the box.
There was a band in the 80s called Slaughter.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
They used to have t-shirts.
I heard their first debut single. And I ride down this lonely road. And I was like, oh my God, if this is a hit, I'm gonna change my whole musical standard. I'm gonna change my singing style. And sure enough, it went on to sell multiple millions of copies. So, one of the reasons I say bad things happen when mastering engineers try to do A&R.
Hey, Quay, you need to give me an invite to Raggedy Legs.
Man, well, I did that, kind of on the strength for you, Andy. I remember when we had this one singing dude that came to the show, and he just knew his music was beautiful. And you said, listen, man, I think that music that had to have been probably my top 3 shittiest records I ever heard in my life. You said that track was EQ'd and tweaked to within an inch of death. That's when you was like, yo, you know what? You said, listen, Quay, like, I'm a mastering engineer. You should have just told me bring my cool ears. And like, I could tell that it had you so tight. And you were still trying to be cool, but you was like, listen, brother, listen, man, listen here. But on the side, what you don't know is you took that artist and balled him up and put him in a little can of sardines where he should have been sitting anyway. You know what I mean? Like, because we're in a world now about perception and entitlement that's so crazy with all these DOLs out there. People just make their own music, listening to it themselves. 3-4 people listen to it. They'll tell themselves that that's it. I'm good. So when you get somebody like you or like you, Dave, like, you know what I mean? You guys are industry. So when somebody's, even if they being cool, they let you hear it, you're hearing product where you're listening for product.
Right.
Everything else in between is, so it might be like people don't understand, like you be saying, okay, I get where you're going, but this isn't the vehicle to take you there.
Right.
Make a long story short. You know what I mean? I understand that you're a racer, you run fast, everything, but this is NASCAR.
Right.
Simple and plain. There are regulations and things have to meet a certain criteria. So can you answer that question for me, Dave? Like,
absolutely.
Did you dream about this situation, and how does it feel to live that?
Actually, I did not dream into this situation. I got to shout out my mom and dad though, because I feel like.
Oh, you were supposed to be a fireman?
No, I don't know what I was supposed to be. I guess I'm being what I was supposed to be now. But I was born in '68 in Cleveland. My father was a DJ, started in the '60s and that. And so when I was 6 years old, we moved from Cleveland, Ohio, to Lafayette, Indiana, which is about an hour north of here. Purdue University is right over the bridge, West Lafayette.
I heard of that, Purdue.
And so
like the chicken.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, whatever, preservatives. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of the word. But anyway, so my father, he started DJing there, the people pleaser. My mom and dad had this DJ service, but the only thing in Lafayette, there wasn't no black folks then hardly there. There was so little black folks. If you was able to rent a black folk, you probably needed to. But in my school, in my class of 489, in my class of 1986, there was only about 9 or 10 of us black in there. So just to kind of tell you, so the music I grew up on, my father DJed about 50 years, just about 50 years or so. So the music I grew up on was, all the rock and roll, the country music, the Alabama, the Charlie Rich, the Willie Nelson, and then, the Engelbert Humperdinck, and then sliding into like, the other stuff like, Led Zeppelin and all those rock groups, the Beatles and whatnot. Then moving on, and of course, all the R&B and stuff like that. But that's what I grew up on, the Romantics and stuff. My very first concert in life was Hank Williams Jr. My second concert in life was Romantics, the Talking in Your Sleep tour. They were both in Lafayette. So So I know I was DJing I was DJing myself for a while and everything, and then it just got to where we got no, I'm not DJing. That's not really the route that I wanted to take. So my mom's like, my mom told me about 20 plus years ago, you know what you should do? You should work with artists, get in the music business. So yeah, I've been kind of off and on and in and out, and then I finally just decided just to go all in, like I'm all in now. So instead of living a dream right now, I'm living the legacy of my father. I'm living my mom and dad's legacy right now. Not my
so
dream.
shout out to your mama and your daddy.
Yes,
sir.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying? Round of applause. We ain't got no buttons, but oh look, we even hit the. Hold on, let me hit the other.
Yeah. And she's on there. She said, "We're proud of you, David, and thank God you listened." Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Listen here. That's your mom's. Yo, shout out to you. Listen here. All jokes aside, that is very powerful right here. Because one thing that we mentioned in here is the hug, and what I mean by that is, I'm about to start a show for grown foster kids or grown adults that went through foster care or never got adopted, whatever else, because it's a different realm for us. And and in a weird way, I believe that you can't be creative unless you have pain that you have endured. Like it's this way it has to go. You know what I mean? And I found out within the last 6 months that music was my idols. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't weird when I was a kid. It was just, it was known. Okay, people follow sports, so get the starter jacket, and that has to be my idol. Everybody likes Jordan. Everybody likes. Nah, I like Slick Rick.
You know what I mean? The box, Rick. That's
what I wanted. So
Slick. Yeah.
Anyhow, it's like every kid. They have a commercial for the Olympics that just passed, and it was 3 words. But the commercial started from every Olympian as a champion. And then it went back all the way to when they were children, babies, toddlers, doing exactly whatever it was that they got the goal for. And there were 3 words that was said. And all the kids turned around and looked at their parents and they said, "Just watch me." So I'm saying all of that to say that statement right there that came from your family, your mother, that I'm reading right here, are statements that some of us have never heard in life, especially from a family member. So it feels great right now from us just conversating about the hug, for you to experience a hug right now. Your mother just said, "We are proud of you, David, and thank God you listened." Believe it or not, that's living the dream, because all that right there is a dream to me. So you just got the hug. Shout out to you for that. Shout out to every God and energy, man. But that's what so many people are looking for. That's what happens in the music game. Regardless of getting all the money and the fame, you want the people you really care about to be proud of you, man. You want them to say, "You know what, Andy? Great track. I love what you're doing. I'm so proud of you." That means that you love me for me. All my little scribblings and drawings and whatever else, it's no longer just trash or rubbish, or now you believe in me, So that's a magical thing, man. I just love that I was a part of this experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to come on, bring it in too, get my little part of the hug. Bring it in.
Oh,
man. Give me a part of that hug too.
Moms and pops, you know what I mean? Give you hugs too.
You know what I'm saying?
Got hugs from my mom and dad, didn't you?
Oh yeah, your mom and dad were great. Well, and just your entire family
go out and come back.
Is so wonderful and so supportive. They were there through the whole seminar. I think his mom was taking tickets at the door and welcoming people. So yeah, David, your family was great.
Thank you. Yeah,
very, very welcoming and very supportive. And yes, I am very much lucky for my support. My whole background is everyone.
Man, I hate y'all, man. Because I ain't never get no drum set. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that mess. Nobody want to hear that racket. Now I'm just playing with y'all. But when every kid was like, "Yo, man, I want a drum set." They like, "A drum what?"
Hey,
man, boy, you ain't finna be no.
Door in 2 weeks, man. Don't say nothing.
Yo, they used to tell us the truth, man. You ain't finna be no drummer. You can't even tie your laces. What I look like buying a drum set for you? You know what I'm saying? When you over there getting on my nerves playing with that pencil, you ain't even hitting the pencil on beat. Yeah, stop it.
But you
Now
know,
I get you.
you know what's funny about drummers to me is that they can stay on beat, they stay in the pocket, but try to get them on the dance floor, boy, they got 2 left feet.
Bro, guess what? I think that's for all of us. I think that's for all of us because I'm not a drummer. But, you know, I got piano lessons as a kid. I played the bass clarinet, the violin. So for me, I can't dance for nothing. But at least I don't be fronting about it. I got a mean standstill bop game. I'm telling you, I got a mean bop game. So you get me? No, I don't hold up the wall. I stand by the speaker. I stand by the music. Yeah, so I got a mean bop game. I'm over there by the speakers like this, so the music is going through my body. And I'm over there like this. And the way I be chilling, the way I post up, it look like I'm not supposed to dance. You know what I'm saying?
We all got our moves. My move is this to the side.
Oh, that's when you loose.
With it, I go 2 and then back 2. If I want to get funky with it, if I want to get down and add them snaps, I bring the snaps in with it.
Now that's called all good energy. Now watch this. I bet you by this summer, because the Connect Work got a few things in motion. It's going and it's all good energy and positivity. This summer, I'm gonna be able to cut me a rug with the Stacey Adams on and no socks. Knowing it might be offbeat and everything, but it's called having a good time.
That's it.
I'm even gonna be able to go West Coast on them. Since my partner from the West Coast, I'm gonna do like this on them. How they be doing like that? They pop that collar. You know, that ain't a New York thing. But when you West Coast like this, hey,
Cali thing,
pop that collar.
That's a Cali thing. They be out there.
Yo, that's what I'm gonna do. IKS. The next video, when you pop the collar, it's gonna make that smack sound.
You hear it pop.
A real pop.
Come on, IKS, give us that pop one time.
Oh man,
give us that Cali collar pop.
He said, "I can't call it. I can't call it."
I thought he was gonna go all the way hood. He was supposed to say, "See now, look at here, fool. I'm from Gary, Indiana. I just live in Cali. I just live. Hey, fool. Hey, I'm from Gary, Indiana. I am not from no Cali." Yo, he be saying, yo, he be out there with his bears. That man crazy. He be out in Cali with his Bears shit on, like, so what?
Cubs, Black Hawks.
Well, they coming to Gary now. They coming. They coming, boy. The Indiana Bears.
Yeah.
Coming to
the Indiana Bears
near you.
Yeah.
That don't even got a ring to it.
That blows my mind. That's pretty weird.
It don't, but hey,
they got to change the Bear name. They got to probably be like the Indiana Bear Coats. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bearcats. Yeah, the Bearcats.
Well, yo, another question for y'all fellas, man.
Yes.
To the average person that's, you know, either paying attention, listening, or followed y'all journey, how real is it? And what are the steps, if it is real, for an individual to accomplish their dreams in the music field?
Well, the first thing I would say, it takes a commitment. As an artist, you definitely have to have the commitment to want to do this after, you know, once you recognize you have the talent, because so many artists, all they do, they'll release music and it's just out there. They won't do the legwork. They won't promote their stuff. They don't know about all the different 6, 7. Shout out to Tanner and Emerson, my niece and nephew, the 6, 7 times you get paid by your music. My nephew and niece always do the 6, 7 thing, but no, really, they really have to, you know, if they decide they want to do it, they're going to want to have to work. You don't want your team to work as hard as you as an artist, you know, and you have to have a good work ethic. Like our artist King Comet, shout out to King Comet.
Shout out King Comet.
His work ethic is second to none, man. You can hardly keep up with him. I mean, he's in the studio with Green Eyes. Shout out to Mr. Green Eyes. He's in the studio every single day creating something, or he's writing something. He's sending me something. Hey, I wrote something. Or he's creating a AI video, which I'm gonna share with y'all. I'm gonna send it over to y'all. So you can
I'm just gonna throw this out there. King Comet coming soon.
Oh, he's out now. Chess Moves is out right now on all
No, I'm talking about coming soon to the Connect Work. I just threw that out. I had to speak it in the premonition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We would like to have the whole team on here. Absolutely. They'd be great.
Definitely.
Because they all bring something unique to the table. You know, DJ Manny Faces, you know, he's the guy behind, you know, getting, you know, all right, Manny Faces. I'm gonna take The Price, for example. But the way the prize came about, a couple of years ago, I said, "Hey, Faces, we need a Colts anthem because the Colts are doing really well." So he did that, and he sends it over like a week before my wife and I are going on vacation with some friends over there and everything. I'm listening to it. Oh, that's dope and everything, you know. And so we go through and get it all done. He takes it through his channels and it's mastered and everything. Next thing you know, the Colts are boom. So it's like, well, we can't even release it for them now. And then this past year, so we set up, and so this was last year. So this year, the Colts, they started out 7-0, and the next thing you know,
guess what? You still could have. Let me tell you, I had to flip on that and how you still could have brought it out. You could have said Colt 45. So now to everybody that said you, they could have now drunk the Colt and put the 45 on it and came right on back. That's how you did.
I got your number, Colt 45. I remember that. There go my age right there. But
mine too. Good old Billy D.
IU, though, I'm a Boilermaker all the way through and through. I bleed black and gold, right? Just like a lot of people. But the IU Indiana University football team went undefeated to win everything. The Rose Bowl, all of it, all the way up to, you know, they beat Miami, the Hurricanes in Miami. And so going to the Rose Bowl, he's like, you know what? This is a great time to drop that because it's on. There can only be one champion. Don't nobody want it like us. You know, there can only be one. And so he's like, you know what? That was the perfect timing to do that. And now they've won the entire national championship. And everybody that bleeds black and gold was rooting for IU. We were all IU fans through this part of the season. But now IU can go ahead and do it and just, you know, take a leap.
That's crazy. See, a couple songs that Andy I know worked on with Uncle Cracker. They playing nothing but music, music auditoriums. I mean, what you call it, like NFL games and all that, NBA. You know what I mean? What's the name of that joint, Andy? That you did for Uncle Cracker, man. That's everywhere.
Yeah, well, like he did a remake of Drift Away with Dobie Gray.
Dobie Gray.
And it became the longest reigning #1 adult contemporary single of all time. Probably been, you know, outdone by that since then. But he also Follow Me, a song about cheating on your husband. I don't know which one they're playing at sports arenas. I hear it all the time whenever, you know, when I was just,
I can't think of the name of it, man, but
physical therapy, and I was hearing Drift Away, Follow Me the other day, and it too was a top 10 single.
Nice, congratulations on that, Andy. So Andy, I've got a question for you. How many plaques do you have, Andy?
Oh, you know, it was a lot easier when during the days when Quaalude came in and we had the studio had a fridge full of every kind of beer and a menu book, and we bought I used to call it the home of the free lunch, because those were the days when you didn't even really have to think about it. The record company was just automatically going to order and send you a plaque.
Can you tell them about that one plaque I always talk about? I know David probably said it.
I haven't been to a studio.
Oh, the messed up one for Whitney Houston. You got. Remember when she looked like she high as a giraffe ass?
Yeah. That's right. You know, got to talk kindly about the dead, but I say, so I got involved with a Whitney Houston soundtrack, not My Bodyguard, one of the follow-up movies, The Preacher's Wife.
Oh, okay.
And so the record actually has a picture of Whitney with holding her little purse with, in a little white picket fence thing going on. But when I got the plaque, it was like a gray cover, black and white, and you got Whitney, and she's like, pass me the ball, Bobby. It was not the right picture.
Yeah.
And seeing how everything went down.
Shout out and rest in peace to Whitney Houston.
Rest in peace, Whitney.
In no way we being disrespectful. That was just an accomplishment, and at that time, believe it or not, that was a rich man's game. You know what I mean? So shout out to the older people that understand it. A lot of the young people don't understand it nowadays. They just think celebrities or whomever it was in their neighborhood that sniffed cocaine back then, that they was like a junkie or whatever, and that was a rich man's drug back then. So a lot of the rich people did that amongst themselves, You know what I mean? The party or whatever. That's what they used to call it, partying. But
right.
So yeah, this most definitely wasn't a situation where it was just your average Joe could do whatever. Oh no, this was rich people and rich people's lives, man.
Right, and I got to give a shout out to Whitney and Bobby Brown. You know, I know all those guys. New Edition, Ron DeVoe's, he family to me. And last time I saw Bob, they did a show here. They were Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike at that time. RBIM.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
Yeah, and they played the casino here, and he has this really nice medallion that has of Bobby Christina that he wears with him all the time. He keeps it with him, and I just love him. He's just a ball of great energy, you know, despite of what he's gone through. And I just
you threw the innuendo because he definitely is a ball now.
Really has God's favor on him, you know, Bob. And then it's just I see him, you know, with dancing up there with the guys and everything, and it just makes me feel so proud to see where he's at, you know, and how far he's came from when he first started back. Because I remember, I think his first tour back with New Edition was the All Six, because I think it was because we went and saw him in Louisville, and it was New Edition, Dougie Fresh, and SWV, I believe, there, and he was doing that, and so and that was like maybe the better part of 10 years or so ago, at least, you know, but since that time and up to where he is now, and because we went and saw New Edition in Vegas, their first night they did in Vegas in February last year, the year before last. I think it was the year before last. They did Vegas, and he looked really good up there and dancing and sounded really great. So I really got to give a shout out to him. Just, you know, and he's got a good, strong woman that's holding him down. I got to really give a shout out to him because, you know, I'm so proud of him from the bottom of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm done.
Yo, watch this. See, since you had brought that up real quick, I can let y'all both hear my raggedy.
Let me go back out and back in.
Oh, see, I was about to let him hear that raggedy leg. See, Andy, at the time that they brought up you can't hear me, I guess?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was about to say when he pop back in, have him give a drop, bro.
Yeah, we definitely need it. Well, while we here, Andy, can we get a drop for the Connect Work, man?
I'm sorry, what's the Connect Work?
That's our show.
Network. That's what you're on, man.
That's where you at, Andy. Obviously, look, he don't pay attention to Uber addresses.
I guess I don't pay attention to the banner that's going across the top because there were so many people on top of it in my window that I didn't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on the Connect Work. You know, everybody's got to help the underdog. I always root for the underdog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I had to earn my journey. I said that earlier to one of to the bro. Matter of fact, I'm like, man, Andy passed the baton, and this has been 20 plus years, and Andy don't pass no batons. And what's crazy is I understand because business is business, but I was a jackass, and I wasn't the type of person that somebody want to introduce to nothing. But I said, you know, I've been on a journey, and I said it to my baby girl earlier. I said, you know what? Andy was waiting on me to be a good man. Period. Be a friend. Be a cool dude, man. Forget all that crazy street, whatever else have you. But you know, I'm here to tell you, Andy. I never even told people that, but it was. I learned that I was just surviving in life. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm beginning to learn to live. I understand the need for a hug, not just the desire, the need for a hug. So it's deeper than just, you know, being in environment. You got to learn how to love and make yourself lovable. And that's the journey I'm on. And there have been people like y'all that have always been, especially you, bro. I'll always give you the craziest big up, man, because you are a dream come true. And you never turn your back on me, man. No matter how wild I was, you never gave up.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I know that you've come up through, a lot of adversity, and, you know, the way that you are conquering it is and victorious over it is, you know, very commendable. You know, I find that everybody's got problems, and, you know, luckily, when I was in a really, really low moment, and you know, it's really easy to look at somebody else and say, you know, Andy Van Daddy, you know, he's done this record, that record, whatever. You know, what kind of problems could he possibly have? But, you know, during one of my lowest moments in life, you know, I embraced Buddhism, and which taught me that you really have to focus on like the person in front of you. and to show them the humanitarian respect that every human deserves. And, you know, if we could just get a little bit more of that out there right now, I mean, just looking at the world right now, you know, there are certain humans that are that according to other people have no value, and we really need to work on that if we really want to keep a peaceful.
That's a strong statement, and I've never heard that before, but I don't believe that. I guess I'm just a hopeless, you know, not romantic, but I'm an optimist. You know what I mean? Like that statement hurts, even though I don't know the individuals. But to say, you know, a human being has no value, that is. That man,
turn on the news, buddy.
I know.
And
yo, you see, I always say, I remember the T-shirt when we were kids. I know I'm somebody because God don't make no junk.
Yeah,
you know. So to hear that, like a person has no value, it's like, nah. Even someone who has all of the handicaps in the world, they have a value of love, man. That, like, of course, but that's just the way I think.
Whole countries.
Nah, it's wholeheartedly. There's some people that don't got no value at all.
Damn, that's crazy to say.
A waste of space and a waste of life.
Now, I can't say, you know, it's a lot of people like, for instance, shout out fake Aunt Clarice when I was little, because when I was little, I used to smell cushions. You know what I mean? For the older people, when they come in, when I was like, you know, I'm probably like 5, 6 or whatever. They get up from the seat, I smell the cushion. And that could tell me if you was a good or a bad person. And Clarice was always a bad person. And I was telling everybody because I smelt it from the chair from day one. Clarice no good. And nobody believed me until later on in life. But I used to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I used to smell cushions. Shout out to, you know, weird habits that people had as a little kid. I just thought that was something special to express to y'all, to share with y'all real quick. That I used to be able to smell cushions and it never steered me wrong. Yeah.
So you saying we should smell cushions? Or, I mean, because I like to smell kush.
Me too.
Take the end off. Take the end.
Nah, because if you smelling cushions now, man, listen here, man. Something's different. If you come in and see somebody smelling your cushion after you got up, that's when you just.
Oh boy.
I think you at the wrong address.
Yeah.
Hey, David. Hey, you want to drop your tags where people can connect to you with?
And give us a shout out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the Connect Work Network. Thank you for having us. Everything on our social media is Highball Entertainment. All across, that's HYBALL Entertainment, and Highball Records on every platform, HYBALL Records. And our website is I'm gonna drop it in the chat. The website. That's where you can reach and contact us. If you have any of you artists that want to come and work with us, want to put in work with us, you know, come on in. Let's see what we can do. Let's make it work. Let's work.
You got any events coming up?
Faces, man. He's very important in what we're doing here, because he brings all of us together, all the DJs, all the artists, and everything together in one room. And
he got a show.
And on together we just make things happen. So please give us y'all connect. Make sure y'all connect with the Connect Work. You know, they're beautiful, and I just can't wait to hook up with you guys and see what we can do. Let's work. We're gonna work, fellas. Y'all want to work?
Definitely.
Yes, sir. And Manny Faces, DJ Manny Faces, he has a show, an online show. Y'all tap in.
And then I just want to say, I just want to mention a few artists that you need to check out. I need you to check out Weirdo Gang. They have an album called Gang Related that's out. They're really dope. It's two guys and a young lady, Flipperachi, and I can't think of the other two right now. You want to check them out. You definitely want to check out Tony Cleveland. Big shout out to Tony Cleveland. You want to check out Devin Golder. Devin Golder's nice with the R&B, and he's got this little nice, smooth R&B country thing going. His brother's dope too. He's a dope producer too. You definitely want to check out Cash Tank. He's out here in Indianapolis right now via North Carolina. You definitely want to check Cash Tank out. You definitely want to check out The Prize by DJ Manny Faces and Mr. Highball. You also definitely want to check out The Time Is Now by Germany Music featuring Hustle James and Rakim, the God. And you definitely want to check out, Hustle James as well. And then you want to check out COM Young Rico, and you want to check out Keisha Cash as well. And definitely you want to check out King Comet. And Comet is spelled Khamit. And I just wanted to make sure, fellas, that everybody, what we're doing here in Indiana, people need to know what we're doing. And in order for them to know what we're doing, they got to know what we have.
That's right.
They have to know what we have. And
Yeah,
then I'm
appreciate both of
dropping
y'all, man.
my information in the chat.
Man, appreciate both of y'all, man, giving us this time, man. You know what I'm saying? Popping up on here, man, talking about yourselves, man. You know, it was a pleasure, bro. It was an honor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really looking forward to the Connect Work messing with y'all tomorrow.
That's it.
And before you guys go, like I just put your link in there, Andy. Can you guys like tell the people, like for instance, you with the mastering? I don't remember the prices that you said before, but can you tell these people, you know, what they can send to you, and you know, at least a ballpark figure, and you know what I mean? Like give them a type of thing what they can reach out and holler at you about.
Oh, sure. My website is andyvandette.com. So Andy, V as in Victor, A-N-D like David, E-T-T-E, Van Det. It rhymes with a Corvette, so you don't forget. Right now I
works
have,
on your cassette.
I have tracks on the Canadian rock chart from Big Wreck. I had a Grammy-nominated project this year, Marie Moldauer.
What happened with that, Andy?
Blues category. She didn't win. Yeah, it's okay. Hey, to be nominated, I mean, how many acts?
Hold on a minute. That's right. I totally forgot about that, man. Big shout out. Let's get his round of applause to Andy for his Grammy nomination this year. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right.
Andy.
Damn right.
And you know, I'm working here at home. When I work in the computer, my price starts at $85 a track. Now, you know, there can be lots of add-ons for people who don't need anything else. You know, I do charge extra when you need more, like the instrumental, the acapella, the clean radio version. But you know, that's kind of where things start.
Give me up.
All right, y'all.
Okay, guys.
Man,
yes,
listen.
sir.
And again, I want to thank you, Andy. First off, thank you so much for putting Quay and I together. Thank you so much for that, brother.
I knew you guys would hit it off.
Yeah, yeah. These brothers is cool, man. We talked the other day, man. It was just like it's like we known each other for since for years. Seems like we known each other way back when they had the wings on Cadillac. You feel me?
It's energy, energy,
yeah,
man.
It's a great
I
energy,
appreciate the both of y'all, man.
Pleasure, IKS.
Definitely.
And Tony Lynch, thank you so much. I'm blessed, I'm honored, and I'm thankful.
All right. We us as well, man. Appreciate the time, bro.
So Dave,
Sir.
What events you got coming up that people can tap into and support?
Okay, so April the 11th, we have this called the Indianapolis Turbo Music. Music should be in the community with the kids, and that's going to be brought to you by Highball Entertainment, Biggs Radio, and Center City trustee LaDonna Freeman. That's going to be at the Julia Carson Center. That's April the 11th. $20 in advance, $25 at the door. I'll have the ad out going here this week, and then September the 12th, which is Saturday, September the 12th. We're going to be hosting the 7th annual Grassroots Music Seminar and Tour Series here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're going to have a panel. We're going to teach you the keynote speaker. We're going to teach you the music business, the business of music. And again, it's $20 in advance, $25 at the door. So come out and learn how to earn. Learn with us.
Learn how to earn.
Learn how to earn, baby. Learn how to earn, and learn how to protect yourself. That's number one, artist, because you need to know how to maneuver. You need to know how to maneuver through this slimy business. You need to know when a red flag comes up in these contracts and things like that. You need to know. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We have consulting on every level, whatever you need. So please reach out to us. And I want to give a big shout out to Drama G, who's right here right now with us. Drama G, what's up? And I want to give a shout out again to Chill Will, Come Clean Conference, owner and curator of the Grassroots Music Seminar and Tour, and co-founder of Maverick Global Distribution, which is the evolution of distribution. Yes, our distribution partner. And I want to give a shout out to the Connect Work for everything you do. Much love. I love you guys.
Man, we appreciate you, brother, and look forward to working with you with the legend Andy Van Det, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Cheeks hurting over here, smiling, man. So we appreciate y'all pulling up, man. It's about our time to get out of here.
Okay.
And so is there anything else that you guys want to tell the people, lead the people with before you get out of here?
No, just tap in. Tap in with the Connect work, y'all. Tap in.
All right.
All right.
Well, you taking us out of here, IKS? We had legends, man. Listen here. Shout out to the legends on this plat.
On this mug, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Entrepreneurship, Grammy nominations.
Now hold on. I do have one more question because you asked them. You did ask them, IKS, about if they had a soundtrack, but we didn't ask Andy that. If you had a soundtrack to your life, what song would it be, Andy?
Oh man. Oh, this requires some thought. I can't really yeah. Don't worry, be happy.
Ah.
Oh yes. Bobby McFerrin.
Hell yeah.
See, I couldn't think of a song. I couldn't think of a song, so I came up with a sound effect for me. So mine was
better not be a fart.
Nah, not at all. Mine was, I'm little. I'm 5'5", so I thought my sound effect would have been like when your footsteps, like Godzilla walking. You know what I mean? That's it. So everywhere I walk, either it's slow or it's fast, it's Godzilla steps. Or that's it.
I love it.
You don't mind me. See, I learned to keep my retardedness contained in here with good energy. You see what I mean? See, some of the things I say make human beings take deep breaths and say, why do I talk to this dude? But you know what? See, Andy says, I gotta look how, Andy, can you show him how to snatch that Kleenex the right way, man? That's what Andy did before we even did the show. When you step back at
perfect form.
Perfect. Oh, look at the swan dive. Look, you ain't even see it come out. You ain't even see it come out. Man. Shout out to y'all. And guess what, Tony? We don't know what happened to Tony, but he didn't come in with the butterfly collars because normally we take it out. With as soon as he put on those butterfly collars, we go with the remember? Yeah, he is man. There you go. Yo, see Andy Van Depp?
That's
right.
Quincy Jones. Now let me ask you this.
That was Quincy Jones who did that?
Yeah, that was Quincy Jones.
Oh wow.
And so Quincy Jones, back in the day was known for his jazz. Do you know what his first crossover song out of jazz was?
What?
You know that song, It's My Party and I Cry
if I want to.
Leslie Gore, yep.
That's his song?
Yes,
see, that's reasons why Quincy and them is still rich.
That was his first crossover song out of jazz.
Okay, so watch this. We got to get out of here, but I got another question for the both of y'all before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
The number one song that you guys are proud of that you made. Your greatest hit accomplishment where you like, I hit a home run. I hit this one out the park.
I would have to say that the one that makes my phone ring still 24 years after I mastered it was a band called Porcupine Tree, off the album In Absentia, and the track is Blackest Eyes, and it's just every time I hear it, I mean, I still get chills when it comes up. So check it out.
All right.
And for me, I have to say the song that I'm most proud of. I love the prize. I'm very proud of that because we have our own. We have our own anthem. But the time is now because it's a track. Rock Him and the God Rock Him. There's a legend on that track. And Andy, you mastered that one, didn't you? You mastered that one. And I'm very proud of that track. I'm so proud of that track. It's got that old boom bap on it, and I love it. That's my favorite.
That's a beautiful way to take them out of here, man. Yo, we appreciate y'all pulling up to the Connect Work. If you hold on for I think it's about 10 seconds or whatever, we're gonna end the stream. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we appreciate y'all pulling up, man. I'm humbled. You see, I'm normally wilding, but man, listen here, we got the legends Andy Van Det. Yes, sir. Y'all reach out to Andy Van Det at andyvandet.com, regular spelling. And y'all reach out to Mr. Highbaugh, David Highbaugh at Highball Entertainment, Hyball Entertainment. And we appreciate y'all coming, man. And hopefully, we'll have you back again.
I'd love to.
Appreciate y'all.
Guys. Thank you. Thank you.